I always talk about this. I should let you guys know ahead of time. Anyways, I'm just thinking of like a morning talk type of thing because morning is the only time I have actually to actually do anything. Sorry if you can't hear me. Woke up at 5 in the morning. I actually don't go to work till like 1 p.m. In American time. I think that's like 9 or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, oh yeah, my name is Ty. Today I'm going to work. I want to talk about my work in particular. I'm actually a dishwasher. Yay! So exciting. All my coworkers completely Japanese. No one speaks English at all. And that was my exact goal like 2 years ago, which in a way I'm excited about because you set a goal and you achieve a goal, right? You're just like, yes, I made it. But the money's so much lower. I mean, like I knew that would be like an I'm not gonna say issue, but I figured as I progressed, the money would go higher, and I still do. So it doesn't matter because I'm still studying Japanese, still learning every day. People help me and stuff. Yeah, and as I get better at Japanese, people help me more and more, which is pretty cool. Because when I first started, like this particular transition into from teaching to trying to be in the Japanese world, and the reason for this is simply because I'm not saying there's no teaching jobs in Japan. First of all, becoming a teacher is becoming harder. They pretty much are starting to want more and more credentials. Eventually they're going to want you to be a real teacher. So, which to me makes no sense because, for example, my uncle is a teacher and he makes like 4,000, almost 5,000 a month. That's just being a teacher, right? And he's also qualified to be a principal, and he's been teaching for the last 10 years, and eventually he will be a principal, and they make pretty darn good money. So Japan will never, ever, ever be able to compete to pull real teachers unless they pull from countries that are like, developing economically, like they're lower than them. Other than that, it's just not going to happen. So, but anyways, I wanted to transition from there, because first of all, I wanted to see what be a part of the Japanese world, see what's in the Japanese world and all that stuff. And after now I've done that, I kind of want to go back to teaching. I, I kind of do. I'm not quite sure yet, but I am in the countryside, and there's not many teaching jobs because where I'm at in particular, Kyushu, it's like the lowest island. Kyushu, they use the JET program, so there's not that many teaching jobs unless I'm willing to go really Inaka, and from there I need a driver's license, which I don't have. I've been in Japan so long that I've actually lost my driver's license in America. Actually, that's a whole different story. I shouldn't have lost it. My family member did not inform me I needed to renew that, and I lost it. Dang it! Because I have a driver's license, I had a motorcycle's license, and I could easily just transfer that over and got a like a from there you transfer it over and you can get like an international license for about 6 to 9 months, and within that time frame you can basically get your license here very easily. At least this is what my friend Ty told me. We call him Kendo Ty because I'm Ty, he's Kendo Ty. It was confusing, it was our group. Anyways, let's talk about my job just for a slight bit. This video is gonna be like, I'm guessing 7 to 10 minutes long, so that means I got like 3 minutes to tell you, 3 to 5 minutes. So my job, go there every day between 1 to 8, 6 hour shift. I'm like semi full time. Excuse me. I want full time, but I'm semi full time. For some reason, I feel like they doubt me. They doubt my abilities. And in Japanese, they should. But my physical ability, they shouldn't doubt because I'm there on time, early, and I never miss. Period. And I don't make that many mistakes. Really. So I don't see why they can extend my time. Like my manager said she plans on it, but she says a lot of things. So I don't know what's gonna happen. By the way, 2020, it's almost over, guys, and 2021 doesn't look very much different. Right now, like my biggest thing for 2021, I'm talking entertainment wise, is the new Elita movie. Like back in the day, I made a video for Elita 1, like literally like 50 people watched it. But now that everyone, the whole world knows about Battle Angel Alita, and it's like this awesome thing, part two's coming. So I'm pretty excited about that for 2021. Regardless of whatever's happening, hopefully we can take care of the coronavirus in America and everywhere else and all that stuff. Anyways, so my boss, she is I'm not gonna say mean. She's very mom like in many ways. When I mean mom like, I mean Japanese mom. So some moms in Japan, they just really flip out. Like I watched her, like we have like a conveyor belt type of line and there's putting the food together and all that stuff. I watched her flip out. I don't know actually exactly what caused it. I was like in a distance putting dishes away and stuff like that. But she was like, moms, they have a tendency to go, whoa, or say some kind of key word that indicates like anger. So she flipped out. The whole thing like kind of sort of fell apart for about 10 minutes. Everyone's scattered to make sure everything's okay. I've seen it once, but she's not on the floor that much. So, and yeah, I'm not saying she's like terrible, but at the same time, sometimes I wonder how she even made it to boss. I can think of many ways to get to boss, just simply be there forever, or to be a professional in nutrition, because we're in the nutrition center and stuff like that, or sleep your way to the top. Either way, it all works the same. But yeah, my boss, again, like if it really feels like sometimes she cannot handle a dot of stress. Like when I turn in my timesheet, right, it had one mistake. Literally, you can just take some white and go, boop, you're done, right? And then didn't turn it on, but she was like, Mo, and like literally almost flipped out. And I just looked at her. I was like, "What'd you say?" Like I am a very serious person, especially when you talk to me wrong. I'm not negative. I'm not. I don't get angry. I don't scream. But I was like, "What'd you say to me?" Then her attitude changed very quickly. She backtracked and became very like a little more ganky and because her attitude at that very exact moment is uncalled for, and she knew it. So it changed. And she hasn't really done that since. She only did that once to me. It's not just me. She, I'm sure she probably does it to everybody, but her job seems kind of stressful sometimes. Anyways, that's my boss. There's another dude. He's like 72 years old, which is amazing to me. I think he's retired, but he only works like 4 hours a day, like every day. I call him Perfect Boy because like everything he does is like good and perfect, and like literally, I feel like the whole kitchen would fall apart if he didn't fix it. Like our sink broke. Like I don't know who did it. Someone just grabbed it and just broke it off, and within a day he fixed it. He had the part, everything. He fixed it. Like anything that breaks, he fixes it. He does not only the dishwasher aspect, but he does like the food making aspect. He does like all aspects. And he teaches me a lot, so I appreciate that very much because I'm the type of person who believes that when you have a really good teacher, you're more likely to succeed. Because all the jobs I've had where I had pretty bad teachers, I did bad. And when I had great teachers, I did well and typically beyond other people. So yeah, he's a great guy, and he even like tries to learn English and talk to me in English. I'm not saying that necessarily helps me. It actually kind of backtracks me because I'm trying to learn Japanese, right? But we exchange, and overall, we're coming to some kind of balance. There's another guy. He has a big heart, three beautiful daughters, all that stuff. But like I call him Yakuza boy because he has like these big Yakuza looking tattoo. I mean, he's not part of the Yakuza, but he does have the tattoo. You know, back in the day, he was probably a bad boy. You know what I mean? So, because at work, he's kind of sort of known as the bad boy. Like, there's only four guys, right? And there's like 20 women, most of them older. There's maybe like three around younger, but whatever. But they always like they're like, don't listen to him, don't listen to him. What he says is wrong, and what he says is like I would say 80% correct, 20% wrong. Because he has these moments of like F it, we'll do it tomorrow. You know what I mean? We're a perfect guy. We got to do it now, and we got to go beyond. We got to do like 120%. For me, I'm like, look, both you guys, I want to do like 100%, maybe 110 sometimes. But you know, I'm working these long days. You guys are working short days. So sometimes I just want to just keep it 100. So I got a balance between them because they're both teaching me. Then I got one more teacher, Japanese lady. She's very nice, but she's 100%. You know what I mean? She doesn't go beyond. She's not like fixing, repairing the walls of the toilet. She just knows everything, and she does it in a very exact way to makes everything proficient. So as a teacher, she's great, but I only get to have her for like 2 hours a day, where in Perfect Boy I have him for about 2 hours every other day, and Yakuza Boy I have him most of the time, and I get all the chit chat from all the other like girls about like don't listen to him or this happened, tons of drama. For example, like I'm not trying to blow this out of proportion, and this is gonna be the last thing I talk about because I'm done talking and I have to prepare for work and stuff. I prepare early. I prepare, and then I'm actually gonna call family and stuff like that. And how's it going? Sorry, I didn't see one person's watching. I'm very used to jumping onto here and like people not watching until later, stuff like that. But anyways, yeah, I gotta call family. But last week, Yakuza Boy and the other lady, I'll just call her Glasses Lady because she wears glasses, has short hair. Anyways, and she does 100% work where Yakuza Boy is like 70 80%. Because sometimes he's just like, F it. Like we're gonna do the floor for 10 minutes, but the regulation standard is like 15 minutes, right? And Perfect Boy makes us do it for 20, right? And Glasses Girl makes us do it for the exact standard. For me, I just do whatever whoever's in charge at any moment. So they're like 20 minutes. I'm like cool. I say yes to everything. If they were like jump out the window, I'd be like cool, and I'd probably actually do it. It's a hospital. Doesn't matter. They'll just take me back inside and fix me. Hopefully, give me some robotic stuff. But there was a huge fight between Yakuza Boy and Glasses Lady. These are, two of the leaders and stuff. It was a huge fight. It lasted for like, it felt like 10 minutes. It was probably 3 minutes, but they were screaming. And it was all triggered by one simple mistake that happens every single day with everyone. But I think they just simply don't like each other. But so a dish came in the wrong basket, and that triggered the floodgates to go like of how Yakuza Boy doesn't follow the rules and what he does is wrong. And that's not completely true actually, but that's what most people think. So I see it's very hard for him because during lunchtime we have the same lunchtime sometimes, and he takes his lunch outside of work. Like he's not in. I see in the break, the lunchroom. I talk to people when I get there. I'm like, "What up?" Ohio gozaimasu. You know, "Otsukare deshita." The polite stuff. I talk to people. I don't ignore people. I don't avoid people. I talk to anyone. Actually, I got in trouble twice for this because they talk to me. But yeah, so the fight seemed like 10 minutes long. Then like a few days later, people were asking me about it. They're like, "How was the fight? Like, was it violent?" I was just like, What have you been told?" Like, did he throw a chair and she threw a chair, and then they all just did like a Michael Jackson video and started tying their wrists together, and they both had knives, and they were just dancing, and then the music came on. I mean, what were you told? But the fight was short, and I don't know how it was cleared up. I'm guessing they just went to management, and management, like I told you, they can't quite handle anything because management. This is how management works. You have the top leaders, and you have like four other girls. They're all younger. They literally do nothing besides, like they'll do their work, and I'm sure their work lasts about 10 seconds. And then they spend the rest of the day talking to each other and texting on their cell phone. Sometimes they'll even sleep. Like I see them, I'm just like, is she sleeping? I'm like, can I sleep? That's what I feel like. But yeah, so they can't handle any form of stress. So I'm sure they shut it down very quickly. But those two haven't talked since at all to me or each other. So I don't know what's going on there. But the environment overall is fine. Like it's not like some kind of like horrible environment. So and this video went way longer than expected. So, but my job is not too terrible. Being in the Japanese world, the biggest thing is like less money. It's very simple. So like I wanted to get into the Japanese world to learn more Japanese, to meet more Japanese, and not necessarily to become more Japanese. I mean, but I feel like as you're emerged in any sort of world, so if I went to Italy, France, you started taking on their characteristics to some degree. So, for example, when I first came to Japan, I didn't watch their TV because I didn't find it entertaining, funny at all, or fascinating. And sometimes when I turn the TV on, I actually find it fascinating now. I'm like, what happened to me? Like then I watch American TV and I'm like, why is this entertaining? Like, what do you call that? Reverse cultural shock? Yeah, so every time I go back to America, I get reverse cultural shock. I'm like, why is the milk so huge? Because in Japan, it's like the little things. That's like the biggest you can get. It's like this. Then I get to America and it's just like this huge thing and I'm carrying it. I can like lift it for weights and stuff. So, anyways, that's pretty much done for this segment. I do plan to do more. I'm sorry it's so long. I think it's gonna vary depending on what topic I talk about it, but I'm gonna do like a little morning segment here and there. So, thanks for watching. Peace out, and I'll see you guys later. Oh yeah, next video I think I'm gonna talk about YouTube slightly because they sent me an email about how I'm not quote unquote doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Basically, I'm not YouTubing like I'm supposed to, which is quite true. But the reason is because they don't pay me the money they owe me, basically. And this is for two different accounts. They owe me over $200 or more. So yeah, how's it going? I'm actually finishing up. Thanks for watching for the whole 5 seconds. Yeah, please watch the rest of the video if you find it entertaining. I was just talking about working in a Japanese environment and maybe about transitioning back to English. So, I mean, work is work. That's all I can say about work. Like when I'm a school teacher, it's funner because kids are fun. When I'm working with adults, sometimes they're just like kids, so it can be fun. But typically they're pretty kibishi or very strict or very I have no idea how to explain it, like I feel like they run on mental algorithms like robots. Does that mean say that people are like robots or are they just really exact? Like you can't like take your clock and go like this. They're like, no, 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 that's the wrong way. You have to go this way, or you have to go like this for exactly 3.5 seconds, then turn it to the right and go like this. Not kidding. It's like that. I mean, if you can handle that, then you're good. But the pay is low, right? So I'm going from $20 an hour or $25 an hour to 950. So this is why I'm considering moving back. Hopefully, actually, I want to move to Tokyo. That's where I want to go. Move to Tokyo and be there. So, but at the same time, Tokyo has the biggest coronavirus population. I think they just party too much. They don't care. They're like, eh, whatever. It's an old person's disease, or I'm immune. I have no idea their thoughts, but like I feel like if they're anything like Osaka, they don't give a shit. And yeah, this video will be flagged because I just cussed. Peace until the next video. I try not to cuss, okay, guys. That's not that bad of a word. Okay, I didn't say the F word. Anyways, peace out.